All right, so we're taking the Pearland game. We're talking about our defense and things we need to get better at. You guys play really good defense in terms of how we design it, but then there comes a point where you have to make plays. So here we go. On this play, and I know this isn't easy because it's tough to time air ball, but Dre, you do make contact right here, but then you got to stay tight on him and make him score over you scoring a crowd. So then he backs up and you're just spectating. So you're just watching Ty's on his own down there. So like we got to make sure we get in the mix. We go for strips. He's got to score in a crowd. All right, here's another example. Like we can't be spectating. All right. Matter of fact, a better word is we need to make sure we anticipate. So right now, Dre, you know about right now that ball's probably not going to hit the ground. But you also know you're in the hot spot. So you gotta find somebody to block out, touch somebody, anticipate and get the rebound way like about right here in the air. But since you see it so late and Kano sees it so early, he runs into the space and he gets the ball. So we got to make sure we don't tie this up and we can anticipate like, oh, that's short or that's right, whatever. And then we jump up and get the ball. So let's quit spectating and let's anticipate where's the ball going to go so we can end these possessions a lot earlier. All right, so Ty, we've grown. You've gotten better at this area, but we still need to get better against athletes like him. All right, he's a good athlete. Your job, once you see him dribbling and he goes right, is to keep him behind the backboard. He gets to jump in front of you and then go. So you got to turn your hips and wall up quick enough to where he can't pro hop in front of the rim. Make him get your arms up, wall up, and make sure he scores from behind the backboard and don't give him a chance. All right, so that means that's recognition. That's you recognizing earlier that, okay, I'm willing to give up a short corner jump shot. So really all I need to do is guard the drive now. And once I start guarding the drive, depending on where he goes, I need to wall up. Right now, you're thinking that they can shoot, drive, whatever. And remember, we don't guard short corner jumpers because kids don't work on it anymore. So you already have a heads up on what we're going to live with. All right. So, yeah. So just remember, we don't guard things the kids don't practice anymore. Kids don't practice mid-range jumpers, so we don't guard it. All right. And the more we could get stuff like that in our head, the less court we have to guard. All right. So here's a drive. Brendan does a good job playing middle, making them spin out of moves now. Right here, Dre, you know that he's gonna have to go right or left. And based on where everybody is, he's probably gonna go to left. So you need to anticipate a dribble with his left hand. All right, so you're just running up behind them, and you don't really anticipate that well enough because I think this should be a steal. If you anticipate that's a steal, they don't even get a shot up. All right, so a lot of our struggles are we're in the right position on what we've been taught, but we got to get to the point of plan a play ahead, meaning anticipating what the other players are going to do next. All right, so this is one of those positions like we're in transition. Let's see. So Cade, you're here. And the rest of their five players are in your vision, so you know there's nobody behind you. I don't like this risk because one, you should be closer to him so they can't advance the ball on you. All right. So since you don't get close enough and you anticipate way too late. So let's just say the reason I don't like the risk is it's not worth the reward. So if you were to deflect that ball, it's just going out of bounds. So we're still on defense. It's not like if you get that steal, we're off to the races the other way. So so now you take a risk that really doesn't do much for us. Instead of, let's back it up. Instead of getting closer to this guy to make sure they can't advance the ball and have the best athlete playing downhill against Ty. So like when Evan and Ty and all them get in foul trouble, it's because we take high risk situations with low rewards, in my opinion. And so now they could, I mean, he decides to shoot, but he could have attacked Ty and then maybe got a foul on him. All right. So, as a result, we got to find a way to get a rebound with less numbers. Trey does a good job there. But we don't want to be in a position to where they have numbers and we don't. All right, on baseline out of bounds, I don't know if we're just not anticipating quick enough or what, but we don't get the rotating defenders out of these traps. So right here, we sprint and we got a trap in the corner. And I know you're getting screen court, but as that ball's going to the corner, you need to make sure you're getting underneath that screen or something so you can interrupt this pass right here. All right, so as a result, you end up not there on time. If we get a trap, we need our two on the ball, two interceptors, that's the guy on the block, and you, and then one rim protector, which would be Cade on the backside. All right, so we got to cover those things because we're getting these traps by design, so we can't have anybody out of their area. All right, so Cade, right here, we just got to be better. This closeout right here, as you're coming, you can tell he's not shooting. So just get your space so you can cover it. But you just quit on the play. They're downhill playing against Ty again by himself, and they got options. If Ty moves up, drop it off to eBay. If he don't do it, he's gonna do anyway, and you're still at the free throw line. So you gotta be better at middle at guarding the drives. All right, and this play in the game was a big moment to me. We're up 18-33. All right, we get a good shot. We switched up towers, so K can shoot a three, and it rims out. Now in transition, we're ahead of all of them. All right, so Ty, you got to stop running around without seeing the ball at all. You got to glance and see where it's at. All right, so now at this point, you should be thinking, okay, I got to stop ball, and we can't let the ball get all the way to the paint. But here's the real issue. So we can't leave Ty by himself. He's contesting the shot. Dre, your man is coming from the corner, right? And we're spectating again. Cage, your body isn't in a position to go get a rebound. All right. And we got to assume everything's a miss. There's no reason to be going the opposite direction. And Brandon, you're going underneath the rim. Look, there's nothing underneath the rim, no rebounds you can get. You need to be going outside of the rim when he tips the ball so you could get another possession. So as a result, it just falls in Kano's hand, and then that's it. So look, nobody's in position to block out, get rebounds, and we're relying too much on Ty to get these rebounds, and we got to get more by committee. All right, this is self-explanatory. We don't need to go into this, but we can't expect Ty to get blocks and not go get and pursue the ball. So, Cage, you got to go get that. You wait. Like I said, no need to clip that up. That's self-explanatory. We got to go get the basketball. All right, look, 5 minutes ago, Dre, be in the moment. Look at your body already. You could tell you're not facing what's supposed to happen. Your duty is to be ready to trap. And so you're late, in my opinion, which makes that pass come out too quick. Your chest should have been on his shoulder as soon as that ball came in. Now, Cage, you're middle, so you gotta. We're not in man, so you need to get up to your spot. And then on top of this, when he drives, hey man, this is a charge. You got to take that. All right, but as Kano leaves, you leave with him. Don't move out the way. We don't care if they throw a short corner pass. So like we got to make sure that the things that we teach and the shots we're going to give up, that we're doing that on defense. I'd rather you be walled up with Ty, making them score over your head as well, than you running out to Kano to the short corner. Remember, that's the shot we give up. Create a crowd at the rim. Remember, we guard without fouling. Highest percentage shot in basketball. No free throws. Then no layups. So you got to wall up to take away those layups and make sure every layup is above our heads. And then no corner threes. Any shot outside of that, we're not guarding ahead of any of those things. All right, let's look at a couple of good things that happen in possessions. All right, so we get them to throw it there. As he drives, remember, we don't let him get layups. So Ty does a much better job of getting outside the lane line and making him pull up with a jumper. Remember, we can live with that. Cade's trying really hard to block out. Um, but look, Cade, this is what I need from you. I need you back in there, making it tough for him to go up. Because remember, if you end up fouling him, he goes to the line. I'm okay with that. Most posts are only going to hit one for two, if any. So look, like, is that ball getting down? As soon as it comes down, you need to have both your hands in there and not that soft swipe and stuff. All right. So now he gets another shot at the rim. Nate comes down with a really big rebound for us. But get in there, and they call it when the bigs bring it down with the mice, our hands got to be ready. And as a team, we're not good at that at all. We got to anticipate when a postman is getting, or anybody's getting a rebound and they bring it down with the mice, it doesn't get back above their head. All right, so Ty, these are the plays. Like we designed this play for you, but remember, we're running the play for CHSA to score, not for Ty to score. So you turn the corner, you attract all the attention. Pro hop, spin. So you could have hit Dre earlier. He's standing still. If you kick it to Cade, then Ryan has to run out to Cade. One more pass for Nate for a three. All right. So instead, you take a contested reverse pivot shot and it gets blocked. All right. But if you had more vision, you could hit it to any of these guys out here because all of their players are inside and no pass would be a bad pass in this situation, and then we'd get a shot. But this is what the defense what I wanted. So we got what is this? Nate sprinting, and I like that he keeps running. Give me a tap behind, and because of that tap behind, well, we should have had the ball because it hit his leg, but because of that tap behind, we get to stop and get to play defense. But that's the kind of transition defensive effort we got to give every single time. Whether it's a bad shot, a turnover, whatever, people don't score easy on us on the other end. All right. Like I said, y'all only had 5 or 6 guys, so we weren't taking too many take fouls. But at the end of the day, like that's the kind of effort you need to transition.